Good evening, Facebook Live. This is Mike George coming at you live on this late Saturday evening into Sunday morning on the winter solstice, the 21st of December 2025. This is Mike George coming at you live from the construction site of the Merchants Tower, which is the big skyscraper going up next to the North Market, right in the center of Short North / Convention Center District in Columbus. So I promised y'all a special treat in the spirit of some of my legendary open mic live videos in the past, where I've managed to breach several crowning sites throughout the various cities I've had my travels through. I saw this big giant skyscraper going up and couldn't resist. So here I am in the Merchants Tower, which is going to be one of the tallest buildings in Columbus when it's completed. It'll be standing right next to the Hilton Tower, right in front of the North Market, right in the old parking lot of the North Market. So right now I'm in the staircase of the second floor, the second story above the parking garage, which the parking garage itself is about 5 stories, so I'm on the 8th floor. Look at that. So now this is going to be a little bit of a departure from my previous posts, in which I'm constantly talking to you guys. In this instance, I am going to probably opt to keep my voice a little bit quieter, given that there could be people inside, and I don't know. And yeah, I'm not technically authorized to be here, so this is going to be a fun little adventure. An adventure in stealthness. So as I understand, this Merchants Tower is going to be a multi-use building, much like a lot of the other newer buildings going up throughout the city. It's going to have commercial developments on the bottom floors and residential units in the skinnier part of the tower on the taller floors, on the higher floors. So I think where I am right now seems to be, I imagine this would be one of the lobby. This might be the lobby area, or part of the commercial area of the building. Well, it looks like the project management, the base camp of the project management / construction team here. Probably a break area, cafeteria area. Hopefully nobody here at the moment. Let's see. The staircase we started in. Go up to their floor and see if level 9 looks any different. Looks like here they have yet to install the curtain glass. So this area appears to be wide open at the moment. So one wonderful view of the facing southward towards the Nationwide building and the arena district, or the Nationwide arena. That was my former employer at AEP, our mothership there. Looks like I chose a decent night to do this. The weather is about, well, it is above freezing, thankfully. Also, the progress of the building looks like, it's such that, as far as safety and hazards go, they've, obviously there is a staircase. Well, at least the one I was on, this looks to be an incomplete staircasing, but I think that's because this is going to be where one of the elevators goes. So it looks like looks like it's sharing a shaft here. I imagine it's going to be the service elevator, and then across from it are the elevator shafts, I think, for the passenger elevators, I'm assuming. So as far as the safety of the job site, looks like they've done a pretty good job of cordoning off potential areas where there's potential for potential falls. However, does not mean that one wants to be complacent, especially given I've already violated one of the major safety rules of not wearing a hard hat at the moment, unfortunately, which I don't really feel great about, but I do feel comfortable enough in this environment that I think we'll be all right. We'll see. Hopefully OSHA's Karen's not watching. So this is a little section of smaller rooms. This will probably be an office area. I'm not sure. It's not really quite clear to me yet. But seeing as I'm assuming these lower floors to be commercial or office space, that so far it seems to kind of follow in line with my instincts here. Alright, here's that staircase again. So yeah, the nice thing about this particular the timing of this little visit seems to be that the building is indeed finished. It's erected enough to be relatively safe to walk around in, as far as open pits and and potential fall hazards. Obviously they've done a pretty good job for the most part of keeping the worksite clean, so I should commend them on that. But the building's not completed enough to contain security cameras yet, at least that I have seen so far. So I can kind of walk around with some level of confidence that I won't be caught by any security folks, at least as a result of a security camera. There's good old-fashioned security patrols, but from what I've seen so far, what little security there is at this site seems to kind of be in a car right outside this building. There doesn't appear to be any security actually inside the perimeter of the construction site, since the construction site is assumed to be locked and secured. Wink, wink. This is neat. I'm seeing a lot of like HVAC equipment here. I'm not sure. Not sure if this is going to be where this equipment goes ultimately. Well, this looks like it is. I guess this is like the furnace. I don't know. I'm kind of curious what these things are. Oh yeah, okay, air handler. Wow. These things look like big ovens. I've never seen one of these before. This is really neat. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna break through the wall here. Back to the staircase. Okay, let's keep going up. Looks like we've reached the upper. He's up so far. That 10th floor appeared to be a bit smaller than the floors below so far. So it appears we might be in the residential part, or in the actual tower part of this facility. I'm not sure. This is my first time going through this with y'all, so this is just as new to me as it is to you. Wow. Okay, wow, there's a heater down there. That's nice. So, definitely a lot more walls here. This has to be, this has to be residential units. Oh, wow, look at this. The blueprint. Haha. Wow. This is so cool. I love this shit. Yeah, let's see, level 11. Oh shit, my light is on. I did not have that flash on. Alright, damn it. Pause this for